guys, thank you so much for registering your group for CityShock. If you received this link, that means your group is registered, but we wanted to give you a heads up, some reminders, some things, so that you're prepared when you arrive. There's no surprises. The first thing we want to remind you of is actually the clothing. Wear appropriate clothing. First thing, of course, is be modest. Girls, you need to be modest. Make sure you're not wearing anything that's immodest, and
guys too.
Yeah,
guys too.
Guys
Please.
too. If you have some guys who,
because that's gross.
Yeah,
It is.
it is gross. Leave your Speedos at home. Don't bring them. No, we want of course folks to dress modestly. Of course, your church probably has standards for that. We just ask that you enforce that. But also, guys, we ask that you dress appropriately. We're actually having a car wash this year. That's one of our big outreaches into the community, and so. Of course, with car washes, one of our teams actually is the white team. So we ask that all the girls would actually wear their shirts that they come in underneath their white shirts when they're doing the car wash. That's going to be enforced on site for obvious reasons. So we just ask that you would enforce that with your students, and then that you kind of set them up and let them know ahead of time that may be the case. But also, lastly, actually, wear tennis shoes. Wear tennis shoes. You can wear tennis shoes to the event, or at least have them in the van. Wear them because we're going to be playing games. Sandals, high heels, which would just be weird if you wore them.
Especially if you're a dude.
Yeah. Just don't wear sandals during the games. We want you to be able to participate fully, and so that's why we want you to wear tennis shoes.
That's right. Also, you know the event is going to be March the 2nd. Now, it's here in Alabama, so here's what we can tell you. Check the weather. It could be anything from 8 degrees to 80 degrees. We have absolutely no idea. We're praying for God to give us good weather. We're praying for no rain, whatever else. But watch the weather forecast. Just make sure you bring appropriate things for that. Another thing you need is a smartphone. Now, Brent and I talked earlier. You don't have to be smart. Just bring a smartphone. Part of what we're going to be doing is having a scavenger hunt. You're going to be taking pictures, and you're going to have to email those pictures back to our scorekeepers and our home base at the church. So make sure somebody in your group has a smartphone with them. The last thing I want you to have, a GPS. One of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking food products and food boxes to some needy families. We're going to give you an address. You're going to plug that address into your GPS, and it's going to take you right to their house. You can go up and deliver those things. But if you don't have a GPS, listen, it's going to be very difficult. So please make sure that somebody in your group has a GPS.
Yeah, some of your smartphones will also act as a GPS, but you, of course, will want to know that beforehand. And we also ask that you guys, if you have iPods or anything like that, just leave them in your van. So when we get out at the churches and different things, leave them in your vans. We don't want anyone to lose anything like that, but you have to have a phone that can either do GPS or an actually GPS itself, and a phone to send pictures back. So those are really, really good things. The last thing that we really need to remind them of is the food. We are going to have 2 meals. We're going to give hot dogs for lunch and chips and a snack, probably a dessert, and water. And then for dinner, we're going to have a pizza party. So we'll have pizza and soda. If you have any students that have allergies that this might not work for them, please come prepared. Bring food for them, maybe a sack lunch or something, because we don't want anyone to be sitting around and not being able to eat. And then lastly, of course, we want you to pray. Pray for this event, guys. This event doesn't happen without your participation, obviously, but it doesn't have any success without God's blessing. I believe that nothing of eternal significance happens outside of the hand of God. And so as we lead up to this event, please pray that God would use this event to reach people. Pray for the closing rally, that people would come from the community and hear the gospel and respond to it. Pray that your students would be changed because of the interaction that they have in serving others. So we just need you to get on your knees and pray for the event. We're glad you came to the event, registered. We're excited to see you. We're looking forward to March the 2nd.
That's right. Thanks for signing up. We look forward to seeing you there.